Hi, everyone. This is Evelyn with the Wright State Lake Campus Career Perspectives podcast. And usually my lovely co host is Taffy. But today we are so lucky because we have Andrea Huber, who is the manufacturing recruiter for Crown. And as a lot of people in our community know, since Crown's entry into the material handling equipment industry in 1960, they have earned a reputation as a leading innovator in world-class forklift and material handling equipment. Crown designs and manufactures up to 85% of its components. And so when it says crown on the outside, you better believe that it's a crown on the inside. So without further ado, let's go ahead and have Andrea take it away and with the very first question. So first of all, thank you for being here.
You bet.
And our first question is, what do hiring managers look for or wish, let's say it this way, what do you wish applicants knew?
Sure. So I feel like, kind of right out of the gate, what I wish that they knew, or hiring managers wish that they knew, is that Crown absolutely has a lot of opportunities for folks. We are absolutely a manufacturer of lift trucks, so a lot of opportunities with manufacturing. But that's not just where it ends. Absolute opportunities with IT, engineering, marketing, supply chain, accounting, customer service. You can imagine we have a lot of customers. We want to make sure they're happy. So a lot of different opportunities where people can plug in and get a great opportunity with Crown. So I want to kind of lay that as the foundation. I visit a lot of high schools, and I want to make sure that students know that yes, maybe if you work at Crown, you can work in a factory, but absolutely there's a lot of opportunity here, I guess, is the takeaway. The other thing that I think hiring managers are often looking for is how to verbally communicate, how to present yourself, how to share what it is you're looking for, and what you bring to the table. And we can absolutely teach you some of those technical skills, teach you about the company, but we can't always teach strong work ethic or a great attitude. And we absolutely look for that
Absolutely.
in every candidate.
Well, so what are you thinking? So you have an applicant who comes, and what's something that's going to be a red flag on either the resume, or maybe the resume is okay, but the interview itself? What are some red flags students need to be aware of so they don't do it?
For sure. So I think you mentioned this before in a different podcast, but maybe not being prepared, maybe not presenting yourself as well if it's an in-person opportunity. I think the other thing is some red flags on a resume or an application is a lot of gaps in employment. Maybe you left a job, but you didn't have a job lined up. Maybe you left a job because you didn't think you were making enough money. Not having a plan, I think, is a huge red flag for us. Another thing that kind of turns us away is maybe, short stints, a lot of different employers, never really committing or being loyal to anyone. That makes us feel that maybe you'll do the same to us. So a lot of short periods, maybe on that application or resume, maybe some poor spelling or grammar. You're not reading it over before you hit submit. So those are just some things that kind of stand out to us as a company of flags.
So what about what's going to make someone shine, whether it's resume or in person? What can you do to shine out there?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the opposite of what I just said, having a strong work history, sharing that work ethic. The other thing I think is, especially in the opportunity to meet you in an interview, is having that good balance of confidence. Maybe not that ego too far. Also, maybe not enough where you're not making eye contact, but just that happy medium of here's who I am, here's what I bring, and see if it's a match, see if we can't make it a fit. Being engaging and responsive. I can't tell you how many people don't have their voicemails set up. So we'll call them and they don't get a message. We'll reach out to them multiple times and they'll say, well, I thought Crown needed people. And we have reached out, but they haven't been checking maybe the things that they gave us as contact information, be it voicemail, email, that kind of thing.
And make sure your email's not, or your voicemail's not full.
That's
too,
right. Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is what the students really want to know is what opportunities are currently available for Wright State students?
Okay, so I would say starting right out of the gate, when I think about a student having opportunities with Crown, oh my gosh, there's so many good ones. One thing is, and maybe it has nothing to do with their career path at all or their educational path. We have a restaurant here in New Bremen called 17 West. So part-time opportunities there for students, dishwasher, busser, hostess, food runner, and after a certain age, maybe there's an opportunity to be a server or a line cook, something like that. Another opportunity is maybe you want to go to an off shift in manufacturing. So maybe you want to do second shift or third shift and take those classes in the morning, or maybe you want to take those classes in the evening. But knowing that you have that opportunity, and I have met folks that have done this, so they take an off shift with us. After 6 months, they get the opportunity to tap into an employee benefit of tuition reimbursement. So $5,200 a year towards their education, as long as that field of study applies to Crown. So, be it marketing, IT, be it mechanical engineering, be it accounting, as long as that career path would kind of favor us, absolutely, that could be an option.
$5,200 for a Wright State Lake campus student is a hefty part of their bill. So that's incredible.
Pretty helpful. Another thing that we want to make sure all students know is there is a very big co-op program, a co-op opportunity. You can call it an internship. We call it a co-op program. A lot of different opportunities for students in that career field that they're looking to get into. And absolutely, as a mom, as a part of an employer, get those experiences. It helps build that resume. It gives you that extra edge for that full-time opportunity. So we do have spring and summer co-ops posted now on crown.jobs. You can check those out.
And are co-ops paid?
They are paid.
Yes. So a lot of you might be thinking, what's the difference between an internship and a co-op? A co-op is typically paid and full-time. And an internship doesn't have to be paid. It can be, but doesn't have to be. And it certainly doesn't have to be full-time either. This is a phenomenal opportunity when Andrea's talking about co-oping and interning, because it's not enough just to study since you were 5 years old. Employers want to see that you have some, even at least basic understanding of what it's going to feel like to jump into a business environment, to jump into your industry of choice. They want to see that you move beyond the bookwork and try to actually apply it in real life.
Yeah, and the other thing that we do with Lake Campus students is try to figure out if there's a mechanical or an electrical engineer that can come to us at a part-time basis and work in one of our locations. If it's the right fit for us and we're the right fit for you, some of those students get that opportunity the entire 4 years that they're a student at Lake Campus.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so a lot of good things that students can kind of tap into and get involved with Crown.
We're really lucky today. This is a gift for us to be talking to Andrea, because our students, if they visit Indeed.com or Monster.com, really great platforms for trying to find careers, you're competing with everyone in the world, first of all. And also, a lot of those opportunities require a lot of experience. So to have an employer sit here and say, not only are we open to Wright State students, people we know who are still learning, who don't have tons of experience, so we're not just open to them, we want them. This is a phenomenal opportunity for our students. And before we let Andrea go, I just want to make the point that there's a reason that Crown is the very first employer that the Career Perspectives podcast is interviewing and talking with. And it's because Crown has been a friend, not just a partner, a friend with Wright State Lake Campus for a long time, and with our students. I have graphic design students right now that are applying they have an internship right now available in photography. I think photographing parts and things like that.
Photoshop.
So that's graphic design. I have engineering students who are doing co-ops. Also, like Andrea was saying, there's opportunities for business students. There's opportunities for every student, because even if you're not looking for something in your field of study, you're just looking to pay the bills and stay in college, there's opportunities at 17 West and places like that. Before I let Andrea go, I'm really excited about something that Crown just started 2 months ago. Can you talk to them about what happens on Wednesdays?
You betcha. So what I want you to know is anyone is welcome to stop by our HR building. The address is 2 North Franklin Street. And you absolutely meet with me. So it's really kind of connecting with the recruiter, knowing about the opportunity that Crown has available in that moment. And it's not let's be clear, it's not an interview.
Right.
It is not a job placement immediately. What it is making sure you feel supported. And so students, anyone in these communities around us can stop in and learn about what current openings do we have, and then maybe how to get that application in there. The process is Crown.jobs, right? That's where you're going to see all the employment opportunities. But sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Right.
I believe currently there are 600 positions
Wow.
at Crown
Wow.
through the U.S.
Wow.
So when someone goes on there and says, maybe I want to work blank, it sometimes can be overwhelming because there's so many positions. So talk to somebody in HR. I'm willing every Wednesday to sit down with you and explore some of those opportunities here. And you can also apply while you're here. So that way we know you're in that process and you're ready and prepared for hopefully, an interview or a phone call, right? As far as next steps.
So you're going to 2 North Franklin and New Bremen for Andrea and Wright State Lake Campus for me. We'll see you in the next podcast. Bye, y'all.